Hello, folks, and welcome to Dark Souls Remastered. Again, as is the norm of now, I haven't done any audio testing. How does this sound? Lord, mouse and keyboard. Maybe a bad idea. Borderless is best. Q is off target. Okay. Okay. Could be a dude. Class-wise, we can start off as a warrior, weapon expert, high strength, dexterity. As a knight, high high HP, solid armor, not easily toppled. Aimless wanderer, wields scimitar, high dexterity. I've been wanting to do these games for ages, but I want to start with Demon's Souls, but it's owned by Sony. And Sony's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I'm going to just start with these. If I ever get to do Demon's Souls, I'll give it a shot. But I want to poke at these little guilt-ridden teeth. High critical hits has Master Key. Savage Bandit. High strength, wields heavy battle axe. Bow-wielding hunter, okay at close range but weak with magic. Sorcerer, School of Vineheim Dragons. Sorcerer Vineheim Dragon School casts Soul Sorcerers. Pyromancer, Swamp Pyromancer casts fire spells and wields a hand axe. Cleric on pilgrimage wields mace and casts healing miracles. Uncourted Enigma, armed only with a club and old plank shield. The Depraved. And as you can see, everyone has different skill stats, levels. From the looks of it, the Depraved may be the most well-rounded. Literally having everything at 11. That's... Okay, that just looks like he is incredible bush. It's a line court, but just the look of it. I think I'm gonna go a knight, because yes. Gift. So you can choose different things. Goddess's Blessing. Divine Holy Water fully restores hit points and status. Black Firebomb. Explodes when upon impact when thrown, more deadly than Standard Bomb. Twin Humanities. Tiny sprite close humanities, sometimes found in carcasses. Binoculars, used to peer at faraway sights. Pendant, no effect, but fond memories comfort travelers. Master Key, opens any basic lock. Initial equip for Teeth. Tiny Being's Ring. A special travel ring grants small increase to hit points. I'm gonna look up what's the best thing to go for. I'm tempted towards the Master Key. Apparently, the Goddess's Blessing, you get 3 items. Doesn't cure Curse, but seems to cure everything else. The Black Firebombs, you get 10. And are an easy way to kill the first boss, and therefore get a Demon's Great Hammer on your first playthrough. The issue with the hammer is I know it has clipping issues. Or it sometimes won't hit enemies. 2 units of liquid humanity, fully replenish their hit points. Binoculars. It can also be found in a graveyard next to Firelink Shrine. Pendant. It can also be traded with Snuggly the Crow for a souvenir of reprisal. It's also obtainable if certain conditions are met. Master Key. Tiny Bean's Ring. It doesn't reject... Small... Yeah, that's corrected phrasing. This apparently causes... That description's accurate in the game there. It apparently has an older description, I guess, in the other releases, where it said that it gives you regen. It doesn't. It does just give you a small hit point increase. And you can get it elsewhere. So you can also get the Old Witch's Ring, which allows you to understand the words of Quillig's sister. Can also be obtained later in an alternative method. Someone was saying here that outside of the Firebomb's Master Key, none of the gifts are really that good. I'm inclined towards the Master Key, just to make life easier with unlocking things. But the Black Firebombs could be useful in taking down the first boss. If you encounter him twice. If you kill him on the first encounter, you get the weapon. Otherwise, you don't. Fucking go with that. Tiny head. Chunk. Could be very intellectual. Yeah, we'll go large upper body, face. Intelligent, sharp lines, but scholarly looks invite insult. Ominous features associated with the Earl of Kerim. Great Swamp heretics face prejudice for their atypical looks. Face from a distant eastern land of almond eyes and tin lips. With how jovial he is, he looks kind of maddened. Just like everyone else is, or, you know, more muted. And he's just like, easy. It's unnerving. Should get back to Dragon's Dogma. should get back to Dragon's Dogma. Draw. Guric? Guric. Since like Dragon's Dogma and this have taken inspiration from Berserk, so much inspiration in Dragon's Dogma's case, they outright had a Berserk themed DLC. They didn't have the licensing to continue it into the iteration I have though. But anyway, part of me keeps thinks of calling them like, let's go with Guts, but nah. At least in the other game they had Guts' face and whatnot. Guric it is.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
I just think he's neat.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Chain armor. Okay.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Good, you are seeing the game. I was worried. Am I fat rolling already? Yep. When I want to raise strength. Ah, other player. Didn't miss any loot back there, did I? I feel I'm not the most observant in this moment. And yeah, you go to a bonfire, all enemies react. Or well, most. No, there's no loot, no nothing. I was hoping there'll be better equipment. So otherwise, not on him. Yeah, I want to make a chance at the first boss on the first attempt. So but yeah, I want to make an attempt on the first boss. On the first time we encounter him, rather than waiting for the second. You get better equipment and whatnot for the second attempt. But, you know, like I said, you get a special weapon if you can do it first time. Well, it doesn't matter how many attempts you take it, but basically, you run through that door and hook a left. And that's the first attempt gone. Then you encounter them again thereafter. But if I go in, fight, die, go back, fight, die, go back, do it 100 times before I get it, that's still fine. We don't even have an actus for this. Oh, yeah. Seriously, 1 point of damage? Yeah, no wonder they were recommending the bombs. I expect to see this a lot. Divine Ember. I'm required for weapon ascension. Questionable fucking layouts. Damn it. Helm of a lower rank knight. Despite the tin metal used, the groove texture gives it added protection. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the undead asylum. Only slightly better than one's bare hands and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement. As everyone probably knows by now, in Dark Souls, a lot of the lore and story of the setting, and all the Soulsborne games, is told via item text. I remember reading an interview before with the guy who's... Yeah, this whole shtick is credited to him. He used to love reading English books as a kid. He could barely understand the language, but he could pick up bits here and there. And was apparently derived from that. you see this world here, and you're just getting bits here and there of it, and you're having to piece it all together. That kind of logic. So, I think right now my gear is just an impediment. Ooh, aren't you good looking? Zombie ass. And this is my soul power. I lose my money if I don't grab that again. Woo! Invincibility frames, bitch! Huh, the armor didn't even do much. You know, it's been ages since I've seen any Dark Souls, any Anthem. I think the last bit I saw was... I was watching a Let's Play by a guy. That's the door I need to go through. I'll probably go through... I don't know. It's clear I'm not going to win this. You really can't on your first go unless you got the explosives. You just don't do nearly enough damage. But, I was watching a Let's Play by a guy, and I think I just had to bow out of it. He was confused as to where to go. Like, he'd killed the boss and he didn't know where to go, he was just running around. There's a giant door over there. He didn't want any advice from chat, but he spent 5 minutes running around the whole level, not seeing that door. I was just like, I'm gonna watch something else. So yeah. This zombie remembers how to use a bow. Well done. Tower kite shoot. Remember, there have been a lot of critiques against this port of the game. I was hoping the Remastered edition would clean it up. I guess we'll see. Oh, certainly doing better damage. Through the cum wall. And fat rolling is the slow rolls. You saw the rolls I did when I was lightly armed. Well, lightly armored. I remember going over here. Beanpole. Dead end. I have no idea. And the rolls this guy does is fat rolls, because he's quite slow and sluggish. Okay, I swear I had less of a warning that time. I remember before pissing about with it, and I swear I had more of a warning. Don't tell me this game is screwy in some ways. I know some games your movement speed is tied to your frame rate. Don't tell me frame rate's tied to the moving of boulders. Ugh. I'm just catastrophizing here, don't mind me.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
You can not, but we will. Apparently there was an original idea for this guy not to die here, but to be kind of a rival on our journey. We'll encounter each other, but we'll eventually take on a more of an antagonistic bent. I can't remember the guy. There's some big YouTuber, much larger than me, doing series of on all the From Software games. Prepare to Cry was a series he did. Well, he would do lore videos, and then you'd had some that were marked as Prepare to Cry, as a parody of the Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
We can kill him, but let's not. So yeah. He just dies himself and gave me 100 souls. Thank you. He dissipates, but we can revisit the prison. Like, remember, you know, the big stompy guy over there? Not the guy we saw underground. That guy we fight the second time. This guy will be back and we can get some gear off him if we kill him. But yeah, it's also, that's a really weird saying his family has. It also makes it sound like the sticking the undead in here has been a long time thing. For it to be an old family saying. Strange. I'm just going to go and heal. May as well not waste an Estus flask. But, yeah, it's that mission of his. Well, he's initially fine to share it with us. When it seems clear that we'll be the ones to, fulfill us rather than him, he gets jealous, bitter. So, that's what I remember. I would reference the YouTuber's name, but I do not remember it. It's not a... it's not a... Like, I'm Palnai. You know, there's Silent Fan, there's Anonymous. It was like something Vidya. Vanti Vidya? I have no idea. And Vanti, no, that's the femboy from Genshin. Oddly, I've seen art of that character as a chick, and fair stats, somehow I prefer less than as a dude. Weird. Down while falling for punching attack, and move behind for the crit. That and right click to parry. Parrying left for host. Oop. Come on then. Gonna be honest with you, I'm terrible at parrying in games. I'm much more of the full offense kind of guy. But, also, can't go over this way. Yeah, that's second time through. There's an item behind. You get that on second time through too, as well. But yeah, it's strange. We'll just pop a flask. In I go. In a Gata de Vida, baby. If you stay up here, it'll eventually just break the platform. That really helps. We also do higher damage now. 38 rather than 1. Like, keep track of all the hits you see here. Like, I have no idea how much hit points the enemy has. But it's a few hundred. And, you know, doing that with just that basic ass weapon, you're not gonna get shit. You would need the bombs for it. The bombs do proper damage, and you have them right from the get-go. Oh, and this isn't a blind let's play. I've played a bit of this before. I've seen some let's play of this. I remember watching, like I said, I saw that one bit of one guy. I also watched SSOH PKCs. Though I haven't seen Anne on Dark Souls 3. I intentionally tried not to spoil that on myself. I'd started let's playing at that stage and wanted to go in blind. Got a humanity and I got the other thing. So, humanity, as you are probably curious. Go in here. Excuse me. Here, use one humanity and greatly restore hit points. Dark side, you lose humanity and souls and return to bonfire. Banish phantoms, let's return home. Remember that. Use. Full dunk. Should we look less fucked up now? Maybe if I take off the armor. No, we still look fucked up. I thought we looked better for having humanity. I don't remember. So I could go and just keep beating on enemies here to gain more souls. Souls, for those who somehow don't know, are used to level up and whatnot. They're also used as a currency. So I could go wail on enemies to grind them up. But there's better places, better ways. Oh yeah. This isn't a fully blind Let's Play. I've had the whole story and everything spoiled. I watched plenty of videos, read the wiki constantly when I was younger. I was really into it. Like I've said, I've watched Let's Plays, though I don't think I ever finished SSOH PKC's 10. God, I couldn't have chosen an easier one. I'll call him Seamus. That's his first name, everyone knows it, but you know, if you haven't watched his videos, you might know. And so if I say just Seamus in another one, you won't know. You won't know who I'm referring to, because that's not his channel's name. But if you've, like, with that context, you know who I'm talking about. Just on other occasions, you wouldn't. I don't think I ever finished it. Same with his Demon's Souls playthrough. Never did finish it. I watched a bit of his Dark Souls 2 playthrough, but I got distracted from that one as well. But at the same time, I've watched all lore videos and spoilers that way. So, yeah. So yeah, this isn't a blind playthrough, but that would be surprising at this stage. Dark Souls 3 is relatively blind. I've seen some people talking about Boreal Dancer, or Dancer to Borean, whatever. The Dancer of Ice. Seen some talk about them, bits here and there. Some people shipping the Maiden and the final player character in the Dark Souls series. Might have retweeted that. It was actually quite sweet. The player character returns home. She's returns to her shrine, and she's like, "Greetings, speak your heart. I'm tired of struggling, and I want your heart in I want your hand in marriage." Just like blunt, just beautiful. But yeah, so this isn't I'm not going in blind on this. I think... oh yes, with the Let's Play I was watching of this SSOH PKCs, I got up to the Mirror World? Priscilla? Just had started that, then I got distracted. I literally just remembered it there. So... But again, it's been years ago. Good job, go straight ahead. But, yeah. Don't believe there's on here. But yeah, so yeah, if you're just being clear, this is very much not a blind playthrough. I've seen too much, story-wise, gameplay-wise. I've played it a bit myself before when I was a lot younger. That's what I was actually meaning to get onto. Saying, I actually played it a lot when I was younger, but I never was too good at it. I don't think I got too many bosses down. Difficulty remaining focused on them, kept wandering away.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lord
Ran. It's ran by the lords. A little on the nose. In order, level up and kindle at bonfires. Ah, this is how you do it. Ooh, went up to 10. Nice. I'm leveling up my endurance. Endurance and... no, strength. Yeah, endurance and strength. Do I still fat roll? Yes. Gotta get that lower.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Well, the bird, it wasn't exactly taking directions.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's
Ah, someone else rang the bell.
Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
At least it's not the plague babies from demons' souls.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone. I'm not up.
Okay. Gotta play out characters' lines. I'm also gonna try and save a character. Basically, if you take a step in too far, he dies. You gotta kill enemies in a very awkward way for him to live. There's a few ways of going about it. I don't think I chose the character class to go about it the right way, or an easier way. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it the harder way. But that's fine.